Friends, this video is meant for everyone who loves to speak English. Friend, we are going to talk about elementary conversational skill. Everyone and anyone who is interested in communicating in English needs elementary, skill of spoken English. So you may ask this question, what are elementary skills? See, we cannot develop elementary skill of conversation unless we have elementary knowledge of tense, verb, and some other grammatical items such as subject verb agreement. The most important grammatical item that can help in elementary conversational skill is tense. Let us first understand what do we really need to frame sentences in any kind of conversation, whether it is advanced communicative skill or elementary communication skill. We need to frame sentences with four important words. They are: one is called subject, another one is called predicate, and in predicate we have two other forms, that is object and complement. Subject may have, a group of words, that means defining words associated with the subject, but that is not of greater importance. The four elementary words that make or that frame a sentence is subject plus verb plus object plus complement. Now, other than subject, everything is predicate. So whenever we talk about constructing a sentence in a conversation, we start talking about, or we initiate conversing about any sort of topic. We begin with the words I believe, we believe, he believes. So what are they? They are simple present. Whenever you are using verb V1 or V5, you are using simple present. Now, the same thing can be spoken in simple past. He believed so earlier. He thought so last year. He understood the matter a week ago. He explained the facts a year ago. Like that. So, whenever you are using verb to, that is simple past, like speak, spoke is V2. So I spoke to you yesterday. मैंने आपसे कल बात की थी. I speak to you today. मैं आज आपसे बात करता हूँ. So when you are using V1 or V5, you are using simple present. जैसे अभी he और she और it और जितना थर्ड पर्सन नेम है सबके साथ V5 लगता है. जैसे he wants to convey his ideas in हिंदी, वह अपनी बात हिंदी में रखना चाहता है. He wants to convey his ideas in Hindi. She wants to convey her ideas in Hindi. They want. Now, they is plural of third person. So, it always takes V1, verb plural. So, singular verb, singular subject, singular verb, and plural subject verb. Now, what do we mean by plural subject? I, you, and we are already taken as plural subject, and they, that is the plural of third person. So, they also take V1. So, like, they speak in that manner. They understand the fact. The boys speak in the way they want, the girls speak in the way they wish. So whenever you are using a plural third person, you are using V1. But when you are using a third person singular, like she speaks English very fluently, he speaks English very fluently. Now we're switching on to plural. They speak English very fluently. But I, you, and we, that means first person and second person, we are always using a plural verb. We speak in other languages also. They speak in other languages also. You speak in Urdu. You speak in German. You speak in, French, like that. But now, when we are initiating elementary conversation, other than simple present tense, we are also using present continuous tense. When an action is going on in the present, continuing in the present, that action is called present continuous. Like, what are we doing now? We are talking about elementary skill of conversation. At the moment, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? I am explaining elementary skill of conversation. So, what is going on these days? These days, so many programs are being telecast on television. These days, so many talks are going on about, about the G20 that is to be held in New Delhi. So many, I mean, programs are now being prepared for G20. Cultural programs are going on, rehearsals are going on. Children are preparing for rehearsal of the Teachers' Day, 5th September. Schools are preparing to honor their teachers on 5th September. So these are continuous. So whenever we are talking about elementary speech and elementary spoken English, we are using simple present and present continuous simultaneously. Like you can say that buses generally ply on this road, but today they are not plying because of strike. बसेस इस रोड पर रोज चलती हैं, लेकिन आज ये स्ट्राइक के कारण बसेस नहीं चल रही हैं. Generally, Mr. Khanna speaks in Hindi. Today he is speaking in English because his delegates have come from other countries. आज मिस्टर खन्ना इंग्लिश से बोल रहे हैं क्योंकि जो डेलीगेट्स आए हैं वो हिंदी नहीं समझ सकते. जनरली वो हिंदी बोलते हैं. सो वेन एवर यू आर यूजिंग जनरली, यूजुअली, ऑफन, सी ऑफन कम्स लेट टू हर ऑफिस. वह हमेशा अपने ऑफिस को लेट आती है. ही ऑफन स्पीक्स द ट्रूथ, वो हमेशा सच बोलते हैं. सी ऑफन टेल्स लाई, वो हमेशा झूठ बोलती है. तो ऑफन, ऑलवेज एंड ऑल द टाइम, these are the, I mean, adverb which are generally used in simple present tense. Rarely also, like she rarely comes to us, वो बहुत कम ही हम लोग के पास आती है. जैसे मिस्टर मोदी rarely talks about negative things. He always speaks about positive ideas. So whenever we are initiating a conversation, elementary conversation, we are using simple present, that means subject plus v1 oblique v5 plus subject plus complement, and present continuous, subject plus ismr plus v4 plus subject plus complement. Like, ask question, what are you going to do tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow we are going to the office early in the morning. What are you going to do in the next week? We are planning to visit Agra next week. Yeah, what are you going to do next year? We are planning to visit USA next year, like that. So whenever you are talking about the future events, you can express this in simple present as well as in present continuous. Like you can say that the match which has been cancelled or postponed or whatever due to rain will reschedule. The same thing you can say that the match will reschedule tomorrow, which has been postponed. The match reschedules tomorrow. अगर मान लो कि मैच होने वाली है तो आप सिंपल प्रेजेंट में भी कह सकते हैं द मैच बिगिंस वेरी सुन, द ट्रेन स्टार्ट्स वेरी सुन, द ट्रेन अराइव्स वेरी सुन. सो यू कैन यूज फ्यूचर टाइम रेफरेंस in simple present as well as in present continuous. You can say that the train is arriving shortly. गाड़ी बहुत जल्दी ही आने वाली है. The train is arriving very shortly. Not necessary to use future tense all the time. You can say Mr. Khanna is coming from USA tomorrow. Not necessary to use Mr. Khanna will come from USA tomorrow. So these are some of the points of elementary spoken English or elementary communicative skill. We can continue this communication skill tomorrow in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice morning.